Well, hello, just Jamesy here, out on another bike ride. Stopped at one of my favourite places, up on top of the hill at Richmond. I just love the view from up here, it's amazing. So I'm out on my first ride on the road bike for a couple of weeks now. Just been so busy being back at school and whatnot, so been difficult to find the time and the energy to get out and about, and last weekend my back was a bit dodgy. So instead of riding last weekend, I set about cleaning the chain and the cassette at the back. I've taken the mud guards off the bike. I also bought some new lights from Decathlon, which I keep forgetting to put on, so I'll put them on just now. Not a bad set of lights, considering they only cost about 20 something pounds. It's not too bad. So, not quite sure where I'm going today. Probably head from here across the park and into town and back home. It's not supposed to rain until a bit later on, but we keep having a few spots and so on, so hopefully I'll get back before it gets too wet. Just noticed this lovely old car, I think it might be a Morgan, just down here. Something for me to try the zoom function on this again. But anyway, let's get back on the road and get cycling. See you in a bit. So there you go, a quick jaunt across the top of the park. I think I'll cycle in towards town now and just take it easy for today. So now we're coming up to one of my favourite downhill sections. It's not very long. I don't know why I like it so much, but it just is good. Probably the big curves at the end make it fun.
Continue for 3 miles.
Like I said, quite a short downhill, but it's fun. Most of the route that I'm doing today, apart from the bit up to Richmond and so on through Acton, but most of the route today is from what was probably the route that got me back into cycling. Look at this idiot. After my accident, it took me a wee while to get back into cycling, and I had a cyclocross bike for a while, which I completely loved. I'll pop a photograph of it in here somewhere. Nip round the side of this guy, hopefully get there before he... Yeah, so as I was saying, I had a cyclocross bike, but much as I loved it, it didn't really fit me. and I think at that time my left arm still wasn't working very well. So every time I rode that bike I ended up with a crooked back. So eventually I sold it and bought the hybrid that you've seen me riding a few times, which I absolutely loved. That bike was the one that really got me back into cycling. And I used to come this road. I would come down to Hammersmith or Putney or someplace, and careful chap. I'll continue the story after the junction. Too many people around, I'll think I'm a lunatic talking to myself. So yeah, I used to ride this on the hybrid. Did a sort of 20-mile round journey. And then gradually that 20 miles grew and grew. And I was riding with Stuart a lot on that hybrid, and then bought myself this last year for my birthday. I think my next video I'll do a review of having had this bike for a year. Tell you how I felt with it, the very few bits and pieces I've done to it. But in short, it'll be a fan video because I love this bike. I also love the hybrid for different reasons, but love both the bikes really. Each one does a different job.